back everyone to Let's Play Sunless with me, BrainBoy20, where we last left off. We had an interesting journey through the Empire of Hands. And now it's time that we shove off and head back for home, as I'm not exactly certain from this distance how much fuel we'll use, because we kind of had a serpentine pattern. But in order to make sure I get enough port reports to make back my funding and fuel, I'm going to go up through the northern sections of Nuncio, Godfall, Shepherd's Isle, Salt Lions, Hunter's Keep, and who knows, maybe I'll make enough cash to get the ship upgrade finally. Without further ado, I'm going to shove off. And when we return, something interesting will be occurring, or something I deem interesting will be occurring. Until then, see you in a bit. I welcome you back at Nuncio. I've taken the liberty of going to the island and getting the port report, and I decided to go explore along the beach for my random event, and here's what we got. Shiny. Drowning pearls, dozens of them, and an explanation of how they were harvested that turns the hair. The divers lost among the deep corals, the beasts that had to be fought off during harvesting, the growing terror aboard ship. All that has been done was done according to your lordship's will, concludes the letter writer. In anger? In pride? In unquestioning submission? Impossible to say. But regardless, we now have 20 drowning pearl. And a few fragments. And without further ado, we shall shove off again, hopefully to more interesting times. Toodles. Another interesting event occurred at Polythereme. The city cries out. Roads royal, bricks quiver, the windows of all the buildings flash like eyes. The palace above the city swells and roars. The convulsion is how claymen are born. Even now, somewhere below, they open their blind, seeming grey eyes. We've witnessed the birth of the clayman, gained 5 terra, 3 fragments, and another port report. Aside from that, we'll carry some claymen for London. And we won't waste any more time, unless the shops will allow me to sell something interesting. But no. And so I say farewell to Polythereme, and we'll be back when another interesting thing occurs. Once again we return, once again something interesting will occur. Well, interesting to me, story-wise, and I don't want you to miss out on it. But we're going to have a picnic at the Standing Stones if we lack anything else. The bearded villagers will sell you mutton stew and kefir, and stone bottles of cold fresh spring water, and row you over to the stones. 5 echoes, you can lose some terror, really. Peaceful afternoon. Your sailors watch the fireflies shimmer, swap shanties, pass round the grog and shy stones at the more vampirically inclined sea bats. Grasses nod in the breeze. Across the dark water, the lights of Abbey Rock glow watchfully. That's all for now. Lost 5 echoes and lost 3 terror. I think we've seen that before. Oh, okay, there's nothing else to do. Okay, I'm gonna wait for this Gillifleur to go away, because he decided to show up. He didn't attack us and was too far away to do anything, but better safe than sorry. And when we come back, we'll probably be in London. Farewell. Welcome back, everyone. We have arrived in London. Now discharging passengers. Revenue man, I hate you. I hate you so much. I'll burn... Oh, wait. Set something aside. They didn't know about every little trinket you have. It seems like every time we come back, these gentlemen are always here. And it bothers me. Talk your way out of a search. I can go with the guarantee of the 93% chance, but I don't have to spend any of my favors. Said something... Really? Really? Really now? Really? Caught you. They shake your heads with real sorrow. They confiscate your cargo and apply a sharp fine. That's all for now. I only have one of this another day, a free evening. Something has changed underneath. Someone wishes to sign on. I think it's at this point I'm going to want to cut my ties with people and find ways to pass along my money because I'm getting screwed over in every possible respect. No, that's a lie. I shouldn't have failed that one. Fine. Alright. Submit only port reports. No, not yet. Not yet. Still ticks me off that it happened. Just deliver the claim and deliver the Sphinx stone. Will carouse the Wolfstack docks, lose 30 echoes, but I was fortunate apparently. Gained recent news and lost 5 terror. I'm not bitter at all about this, no. And now we shall also submit our port reports. There's Gate, Gators, Morn, Godfall, Shepherd's Isle, which is something we haven't dropped in a long time, Big Moat Isle, Polythereme, Nuncio, and now for the new ones. Well, Gon's Shadow, Salt Lions, and now for the Fathom King's Hold. What's the old monster up to now? Gained 1 Favor's Admiralty and surveyed Fathom King's Hold. Gained 30 echoes and 1 fuel. And the Empire of Hands. Oh goodness, what are those accursed monkeys up to these days? You didn't bring any of them back with you, did you? Such a ghastly place. He paused. You know, there was somebody here asking about it only recently. Delightful lady, as I recall. Most delightful. Yes, I'll take the liberty of forwarding your address. 300 echoes, 300 echo. Wait, what? 300 echoes, 1 fuel, 1 favors. And my business with the Empire of Hands is now 10. We'll leave. New recruit, who's here? Haunted Doctor, Genial Magician, or Zayla? Not as of yet. I won't do anything right now. You'll excuse me to pause the record. I need to pause the recording because I'm still ill. A little bit. Nose is now running and it's getting irritating to not sniffle constantly. So I'll be back in a second. Right, aside from that little unfortunate venture, I think I'm going to end this captain's run soon. I'm going to see what this Pentecost Ape scandal is all about, but I think I'm going to head to Khan's Shadow and prepare to pass along as much money as I possibly can to my descendant. It will be vastly different, because if I stay on this road any longer, I might just... Well, I don't want to screw myself out of everything completely. Let's go visit my lodgings, see what goes on. An invitation to Bethnic College. The travels have caught someone's attention. Bethnic College is pleased to invite you to an exclusive and educational evening with Lady Agatha Treadgold, delightful adventuress, and raconteuse of thrilling true tales of vice and spunk. On the back is a scribbled note. Come speak to me afterwards, darling. Opportunity beckons. Opportunities are always worth exploring, at least. We shall attend the lecture. A trip to Bethnic. Bethnic is the most open-minded of the London colleges. You find yourself waiting for the lecture in a queue of students, devils, and bohemians, observed with some scorn by passers-by in Somerset colours. Their feet have trodden lands most underneath have never even heard of. Her eyes have seen every opportunity for fame and glory while there. An evening with a delightful adventuress. Wherever she is, she knows how to pack a hall. Not a seat is empty as she takes the stage. The fine cuisine of Chelenate, the darling Clayman. All but a prelude, my dears. The stories tend towards the fanciful and conveniently unprovable, but the delightful adventuress has a credulous audience spellbound for hours. Many of her tales of monsters in lost cities have a common theme. She visited them ahead of a certain Lady Lenoria Fortescue, the quite adorable darling archaeologist with whom she sparked a bracing rivalry back at finishing school. The rest are tales, bitter as the sourest grapes, of being cheated, of triumphs by the very same Fortescue, whose fanciful fictions are fit only for the penny dreadfuls. By the end, her stories are nothing more bitter than boastful. She still receives a standing ovation. A business proposition, the delightful adventurous masked clay man Barnabas escorts you to the principal of Bethnick's study, where she sits sipping brandy by the fire. "Ah, my dear Capitiano!" Firelight glints in her eyes as she raises the glass. "I hear you are recently returned from the empire of... oh, monkeys? Hands. Yes, of course. It is a rare breed that can make such a voyage. Foolhardy, too, perhaps." She sips her brandy. "I wish to charter your no doubt fine vessel to that primitive little island chain. There I shall find what I need to show up the infernal Leonora, Fortescue once and for all. And you," delightful adventurous squints, sizing you up, "sufficient compensation will not be a difficulty. A most mutually beneficial arrangement, you will agree? Except it is a long voyage, but you know the way. Or I could refuse. I don't have anything more important. Plus, well, let's just say I'm about to make some very powerful enemies in London due to the revenue men somehow seeing through my perfect disguise." "Splendid." The delightful adventuress drains her glass dry. "Then we shall see you upon the morrow of the voyage. Barnabas, pack my valise. Adventure awaits." I have one heirloom, and I'd like to at least pass on as much funding as I can freely. I took the liberty during my small break to look up the legacies, if only because this is something I should know. Not for anything fancier like that, it's just I should know this because I lost like 3 captains beforehand. I should know what each one of them does by now. And sadly there is not one that allows me to keep a ship. So I'd have to buy the ship immediately, which is unfortunate. So what I'm going to do is, first things first, we're going to sell off the excess supplies that I do not need. Parabola linen. We will buy up to 20 fuel and buy up to 12 supplies. 22. And we shall set off for the Empire of Hands again next time. As for now, I think I will end the episode here. This one might be a short one, but I don't want to annoy you with my slightly altered voice, because even I can tell my voice is a bit different due to the illness. And I kind of want to sleep as work is over for the week. So I hope you've all enjoyed watching. This has been BrainBoy20 with Let's Play Sunless, and I am signing off. If you liked the episode, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.